know what that is, but it's very clear, has good sustain, and that side is also getting close. Very alive. It's a process, it's a long process, but it's something that the ear was designed for. This piece of wood will sound different to my ear than another piece of wood that may look very, very much the same. And that's what a machine can't do. A machine doesn't have a well-trained ear. It knows dimensions, and it'll carve down to a certain specific dimension. The sound that I have developed over the years, I know how to get by leaving a certain piece of spruce thick and another piece of spruce thin, and they'll generally be in the same ballpark tone-wise. And that's something that a machine can't do. It's job security. They will never replace the human ear. I think there's one common thread, and that is to let I call it the muse, to let things develop as they go along with a certain amount of knowledge, wisdom, experience from the mistakes you've made in the past. But you can't close the door to letting it flow. And when I get into an instrument like this, I'll also be open to trying something else that I haven't tried before to get a certain life or breath out of the guitar that I didn't get the last time. You just have to be open to where it will go during the process. Some of the wood in this room has been here for longer than I've lived in this state. But I try to keep the room acclimated to about 35% humidity, a little drier than the rest of the shop. I've bought some of this wood. I cut some of this wood from trees on the island. I brought quite a bit of the wood from Washington State when I moved here in '82. But customers will come into the room and I'll show them the various woods that are available. Here we have 3 different types of spruce soundboard material. All 3 varieties will give a different tone. So I like to get a sense from the customer what kind of playing they do. If they are very strong players with a very strong attack, I'll steer them in this direction or toward another Eastern European wood called Carpathian spruce. Very stiff across the grain. This is sugar maple from 1990. This is big leaf maple from October of '87. Quilted maple from July of '98. And also the supplier, the initials of the supplier that I get it from. This is a baritone ukulele, double hole top, that's going to be an 8-string ukulele. 8-string baritones are very rare. And so it's going to be a rather unique baritone ukulele. This is one of the double hole guitars coming together. The double hole design, I guess, goes back many years, and I discovered it through slack key artist Coryell Beamer, who had a few of them, and I took the design and changed it a little bit, added a few things, and changed the bracing inside, made them sound a little bit different. But it is a very, very unique sounding guitar in that the hole is not located in the center, which changes all the bracing, the supporting braces inside, and having the holes in the upper part makes the guitar sound much more warm. It's a much larger area. I get intense enjoyment out of being able to stay within the realm of acoustics and the physics of acoustics that produce predictable, well, good sounding instruments, and yet have something very, very unique about it that makes it personal. It just, there's no one else that makes a mandolin that's this shape. I designed this bamboo vine and then decided to make it out of bamboo wood. So these little strips of wood, these little veneers that are inlaid into this Indian rosewood fingerboard on this ukulele are a couple of different colors of bamboo wood. And I like inlay a lot still, and my favorite medium is wood on wood. Wood inlaid into wood. And then here's a guitar with strings on it actually. A completed double hole guitar. This has Madagascar rosewood sides and back and a Sitka spruce top. And I keep it strung up and on the shelf so I can grab a guitar whenever a flash of inspiration comes along, and it's ready to go. The theory behind the double hole is just that, as I was explaining earlier, if you can move sound holes up, you get more room in the main part of the soundboard for producing tone. Simple as that. Also, the proximity of the hole, when the player is playing the guitar, there's just so much warmth and volume coming out of this hole. It's closer to the ear, so the guitar sounds louder to the player. And then we have a guitar here that's in the very early stages of construction. Once it's down to its proper thickness, it can be bent on a steam iron and shaped into this mold. Combination of water and heat makes the wood just loosen, the fibers loosen up, and it's just, you can just feel it bend, just soften and bend around the pipe. And that is probably one of the most exciting parts of the building process, because it just feels like it's just coming together. It's taking shape. And then the blocks go in, the neck block for supporting the neck and the tail block for just tying the whole thing together. So this guitar is all ready for the top, but the top is not quite ready for the sides. It's all a process, the critical path of putting an instrument together. I think that at the beginning it was luck, but you have to have something to back it up. By that time I had evolved, my instruments had evolved to the point where I had something to back it up, and these were nice guitars. So when George came along and bought a guitar, and some other well-known artists, Steve Miller walked in one day and he ordered 8 guitars. Steely Dan's, Walter Becker, Willie Nelson, Pat Simmons of the Doobie Brothers, Earl Clue, did I say Larry Coryell? A lot of that was good fortune, being in the right place at the right time.